Hi there, I'm Nancy and I'm here together with William, the founder of Chosen Goes. And we're here actually just to answer some questions that our users have asked us. And William is here to answer them.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thanks for so. First question is, what is Chosen Goes?
So Chosen Goes is a platform where we consolidate or aggregate co-working spaces, cafes, and hotel lobbies. So we have a plethora of different workspaces to choose from all over Copenhagen.
Perfect. So what type of locations you offer? And yeah.
So we offer three types of locations. There are cafes, there are co-working locations, and there are hotel lobbies. So then I guess people are asking like, what's the difference between three of them? So a hotel lobby is basically we have very curated spaces that are within hotels that have work-friendly areas that are inspiring and have just a different vibe. They're kind of like a cafe, but with more styling. Then we have cafe accounts, which are typical cafes that we deem are work-friendly, have a good environment, have a good life going to them. So there'll be a very casual, easy, come and go kind of situation and location. And finally, we have co-working locations. So for me personally, with a lot of different things I have to do, I have to be very concentrated. I have to be able to have access to a phone booth. I have to be able to have a desk that's very work-oriented. So co-working gives you those amenities, as well as a limited coffee. And that's basically a co-working location. So it's very cool, concentrated, and inspiring in that sense.
Well said. Okay, so next question is, what features come with it, with the app?
So the app is really nice because it consolidates all these different options. So we have a filter that basically lets you filter out different locations and choices. So if you need a place that has a phone booth, you can filter that out. If you have a place that needs a game room or some place of a foosball, you can filter that in, or a fireplace. So it lets you pick and choose your different atmospheres and go from there. You can also see how many people are checked in to make sure that you have space to go in there. And very, very soon we'll have a social platform, so you'll be able to check who's in different places and see what they do in their industry and connect with people, which is, I think, a feature I'm super, super excited to roll out with all our followers and all our users and members. So it's really fun.
And then you have this feature like add a guest. What about that? So people are not sure about it.
Yeah, perfect. So with all our locations, you're able to bring a guest and they don't have to have a Chosen Goes account. So we make it very easy to bring a colleague, a coworker, a friend, to work with you, because we feel that this environment should be very social and also you should feel safe and comfortable. So basically you can add a guest in the beginning of the check-in. So before you check in, you can add 1, 2, 3 guests, depending on how many people are there. And then they have the same access or rights that you have, because obviously you paid for them. And if you forget to ask someone, let's say you've checked into a location and someone's already coming over, you can add them. So there's an add a guest function after you've checked in. You add how many people are coming in and you pay for it. And then in the check mark that says that you've checked in, it shows that you have +1, +2, +3 guests added to the account, and just show it to the reception, cafe, and they should be able to get you going. It's pretty simple.
Perfect. And the next one is, what do you mean about co-working experience?
So the co-working experience is pretty simple. You know, if you're a freelancer, you're a remote worker, most of the time you're working from home, which, trust me, it's very nice to be able to work from home, but from my experience and the experience of others, it can get really lonely, and maybe you have work days that you just can't concentrate from home. So the co-working experience is being able to work with others, maybe they're like-minded or someone in your industry, and be able to get that flow, that interaction that you get from being in an environment with other people. So that is the co-working experience that we're trying to do, and we're basically trying to turn Copenhagen into a big co-working space. So, you know, far gone are the days where you go to a cafe and you don't know anyone that's there. You'll be able to see who's checked in different places. You'll be able to connect with them, you'll be able to work with them, you'll be able to create a network with them and choose all over the city based on maybe you're in a meeting in the middle of the city and you don't want to go back to your office, so you can find a place that's there, or you can find a place that's close to home. There's many options, and from, like I said, cafes all the way to hotel lobbies and co-working spaces. So that's the co-working environment we're trying to create with Chosen Co's.
Perfect. So, and are there any events with Chosen Co's?
I'm so happy you asked, because we actually do have events that we're trying to initiate to build the community. So we have great events. That one of them is the Co-working Wednesday that you actually are helping promote, which is pretty awesome. So basically on Wednesdays, it can be every other week. I don't know, you'll have to check our LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram to figure out the next one. But basically we give an opportunity to test or to work at one of our locations with a group of people. So in that way you can network with them, you can work with them, you can have a small gathering and work at the same time. So it's a great way to go to a Chosen Co's location, work from there, and meet other people. So aside from that, we're also launching and introducing Friday Bar with Chosen Co's. So Friday Bar basically is as it sounds, a Friday bar of different users and people that you can connect and network with and have a social event that most people don't get a chance to do. It's honestly, like, I'm an expat, I live in Denmark, so is Nancy, and it's a great way if you're new to the city and you need to be productive, or you're a freelancer, you don't have a big network. Great way to meet people, have fun, enjoy, talk about your issues, talk about your plans and moving your company forward. It's a great format and it's really relaxed. It's kind of perfect in that sense.
That's perfect. And I just add like why I really like to use Chosen Co's.
No, tell me why you like to use Chosen Co's.
Because first, yes, like I have met a lot of other professionals and my networking skills have improved a lot since then.
I can vouch for that. They're awesome.
Yes, and then also that since I love coffee and the fact that we get unlimited coffee, that's like the best thing ever. And then also, it's just because it's very easy. Like I would call it just handy app, because then you don't have to, make different contracts with different locations, or you don't even have to subscribe. You just pay for the day you go, and it's just simple. And I usually do also my exam studies in there, like Villa Copenhagen I really like, or some co-working spaces like Spaces. So it's very, and also like, since I like to do Instagram, so it's a very Instagrammable places as well. So yeah, it has really it sounds very cheesy, but it has changed my life.
That's really nice to hear that it's helped out. I mean, like Nancy was saying, we are no commitment, there's no down payment, there's no deposits, so it's pay as you go. It's very simple, there's no commitment to it. You need to go a place, you pay for that moment, and then you're off, you get in, and then the next time you need it, you pay for that. So it's super flexible, and that's something that I've been told by our users that they really appreciate it. It's just on the go, on demand, super simple.
But perfect, that's it for now.
Okay,
thank you for your answers,
Yeah.
and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, thank you guys. Subscribe, follow us.